What's up, everybody? This is Jason back with Campbell's Morel Music Rig Review, episode 47, I think we decided.
I believe so.
Yeah. We had one cancellation last week, and we're going to call him out. Jonah, that's in this guy's band, canceled on us and never did tell us till the next day. But, that's how it goes.
It's about on par. Bass players.
Bass players. Hey, speaking of bass players, Big Ben here was a bass player to start out with.
Yep.
I remember that.
Yeah, I started out with the American Dropouts playing bass, and then I got promoted to guitar.
Is that
promotion? That a promotion? Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a
I think there's more money in it.
Okay, I guess. Ben being the former bass player, and I told you we're going to have every bass player in the area come on. So essentially, you was a bass player, but not a guitar player. And bass and guitar of the American Dropouts at one time. And now with Seth McKay and the Moonshine Rivals playing guitar.
Yeah.
We had your cohort, Anthony Carty, here on a couple weeks ago.
Little Tony the Shredder.
And we were supposed to have the bass player from there, but he canceled on us, like I said. So we'll give him hell. Jonah, if you're watching, it's your fault.
Yeah, always.
Ben Williams, great dude, great guitar player, great bass player, always has good tone, always has good gear, and has become sort of a gear nerd like the rest of us.
It's an addiction. It never stops. This stuff changes week to week, day to day. You hit me up in a month and I could have a completely different rig.
Same. Yeah. So, and I've known Ben a long time. Like I said, we've been trying to do this one for a long time, and finally got you on here. I'm glad you're here and glad you're doing this thing for us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Ben, again, works at another local store that, we're all friends.
Exactly. The name of the game.
And so with Seth right now, and you got another little project. I don't know if we allowed to mention that.
Yeah, I actually am. I got it cleared. I'm playing lead guitar for Grant Meredith. He's going to be coming out of Johnson City. He was a Nashville guy for years. He's back up here getting something going. As most local bands, we've got big things on the horizon soon.
Yeah. So that's one of those stay tuned things.
Exactly.
Yeah, that might be exciting. So I'm excited to hear what you got going on there. But with Seth McKay and the Moonshine Rivals as the main gig right now, and they're kind of a country rock, southern rock filled.
Yeah. We're country because it pays.
Exactly. Yeah.
We might show up and be a little bit heavier than what you think, but we do try our best to be country.
Okay. But as I said, Ben's always got great gear, and we're going to start with this beautiful guitar. There's another guy here that's all about these Trini Lopez's, but I'll let you talk all about it because you know more about it than I do.
Yeah. It's a brand new one, so 2023. Well, I guess 2023 model. Ebony, it's the VOS Gibson Custom Shop Trini. I got it because realistically, who doesn't love Dave Grohl? Big influence on me just in general, kind of the wide open thing. All these pick marks, you probably can't see them on camera, but I know Jason can see them. They weren't on here when I bought this, but for whatever reason, it just makes me pick like a madman. I've never had that on anything else. Loaded up with custom buckers. I've got custom buckers in everything I play, just try to keep tones similar-esque through the whole board. But yeah.
And I mean, it's pretty much kind of stock the way you ordered it.
Yeah, it's stock. I did pot the pickups just to avoid any noise. Might get some complaints about that, but why have unneeded noise? I just don't see the point.
Yeah, if y'all not familiar with the Trini or the Dave Grohl models, I mean, it's basically a 335 with these diamond cut instead of the F-holes, and this trapeze tailpiece.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah, trapeze, and it might be a Bigsby soon. I'm convinced every guitar should have a Bigsby on it at some point.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. But it's a beautiful guitar, and I know you said you played the Pelham Blue one.
Yep.
And then once you played that one, you had to have the black one.
Yeah, the Pelham was a little bit too Dave Grohl. I owned it, Googled it to see if it was too Dave Grohl, and I was like, if the first 10 pictures are Dave Grohl playing a blue guitar, I'm not going to keep it. Sure enough, it was. So here we are with the black one.
Black one. Sweet. Then like Anthony couple weeks ago. You got the bigger version, but the Fractal FM9, what we're running into right now.
Yeah, running into a Triple Crown preset by Mesa. Every country guy's playing a Mesa Boogie. But yeah, that's just one I found that it's versatile. The clean tone's really good. On into kind of the heavier stuff. Like I said, we bill ourselves as a country band, but we do get into some of the more 80s rock, that sort of stuff. And I like to have the options there without having to run multiple amps.
Oh, yeah. And if you just want to play maybe your clean tone and come a couple drive tones or whatever you got going on there, see what this thing sounds like.
Clean, like I said, it's a Triple Crown. Got a little bit of chorus on it. You can take the man out of the 80s band, but you can't take the 80s man out of the band.
That's right.
So here we are. So that's some of the clean tone stuff there on the bridge pickup. I've got it set a little bit dark, just that way you don't really have to mess with the neck pickup switching a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
Going into what I call meh gain, you get a little bit more. So yeah, get you a little bit crunchier.
Getting that ZZ Top zone there.
Exactly. Yeah, kind of more of a drier gain. I like my rhythms to be a little bit drier. That's something Anthony's kind of helped me with. I was the world's worst about throwing any and every kind of effect on something that you could, just to try to achieve that 80s thing. Moving on into it, you got something that's a little bit heavier with the kind of more Guns N' Roses-esque type of thing with your... So yeah, we use that. A little bit more towards our cover stuff. We're covering some Poison, some Guns N' Roses. It's really good on a Daughtry song. Daughtry's a big one that we're, tonally kind of shooting for, a big inspiration for us. Honestly, would have never thought. For years, you'd turn on the radio and every time you turned it on, it was a Daughtry song.
Yeah.
You couldn't get away from it. But now I'm starting to find the dude's phenomenal. And, there's just nothing wrong with it. Going on into the next one, I've got the preset. It's labeled Lorraine because that's one of our original songs we've got. And I've kind of got the delay set up for an intro there, which goes like this. Kind of got that delay going there in the background, kind of ping-ponging around.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I also kind of use it as a lighter gain boost type of thing. Like I said, we're doing some country, so some of the Keith Urban more... that sort of thing, nothing too overbearing. The notes are still ringing out pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
That goes on into kind of the big 80s lead that I've got set up here, because everybody needs all the gain, kind of delay, chorusy type of thing for just a... So that sort of thing, you got that delay trailing off of there. Again, that's kind of more towards some of the 80s covers that we're doing, the Bon Jovi, all that sort of thing, just to get in that realm.
Yeah, and y'all done a lot of that in the American Dropouts back in the day. Yeah, I remember, yeah. And if y'all haven't checked out Seth McKay and the Moonshine Rivals yet, go watch them. They're a great band. Seth's got a killer voice. And
one of the premier voices in the area.
Yeah, for sure. And, Jonah's a pretty good bass player, even though he didn't show up last week.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good drummer.
Yeah. He's just kind of all around okay.
And we're going to talk good about him last week, but now he hadn't showed up.
Yeah, it's a different story when you don't show up. Yeah.
But, go check those guys out for sure. And this Fractal, this FM9, we're going direct into the camera and through a little monitor here that we're listening to live, but it sounds better than most modelers I've heard.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it set up well. I like that darker tone that you got going on.
Right. Anthony tends to be a little bit on the brighter side, so I kind of help try to balance that out where I can with the rhythm stuff. country, it's kind of hard. Everybody's playing G, C, and D. So
Yeah.
hard to find space within that.
Yeah. No, that thing sounds killer. And again, with this Trini Lopez, I mean, this is one of the best guitars out right now. Of course, you're just running Ernie ball straps with strap locks.
Yep. Yeah, and I got the Diodario Access strings on here.
Coated.
Yep. Yeah, ever since I found those, I was an Ernie Ball Cobalts man for years. I wouldn't put anything else on anything. And then when these dropped, all the guys at the store were like, dude, you got to try these. I'm like, no, I'm stuck in my ways. And they're like, you got to try them. Finally, I tried them. Got them on here. Got them on my Les Paul. Got them on my Super Jumbo. Just phenomenal strings, acoustic, electric. It doesn't matter.
I feel like the Diodario, too, I think we've actually tested this here. Like they've got just a little bit slighter, different tension than Ernie Balls, too.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if I can't remember if they're a little bit more less tension or more tension. I can't remember, but the one way or the other, they were definitely a little bit different. But the great strings, the XSs are kind of taking over the line of acoustic, electric, and mandolin, banjo.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff. So that's cool. Yeah, man, if we want to dive into this other guitar and
we'll
talk
swap
about
over here to this old thing.
This old thing. It's nothing special.
No, just your run of the mill.
Like another Ernie ball strap and a.
It's the only ones I've found that are long enough. Every other strap I buy tends to be just tiny. I don't know who they think are buying these things, but they're not man-sized men.
Not man-sized men. Big old linebacker dude here.
Exactly. This is what happens when you're not good at football. But yeah, I've got this is a 22 Gibson Custom Shop, kind of overseen by the little feller known as Tom Murphy. Dude does phenomenal aging work. I wanted a Les Paul. I've had many Les Pauls, and this is kind of the end-all be-all. I had an opportunity to swap some guitars out and score this thing, so it wasn't much of a second thought, so I just went ahead and pulled the trigger. Again, loaded up with the custom buckers there. I just kind of like the woodiness overall tone of those. They just tend to be pretty reactive. They're not super hot, and just kind of let you dial in tones there a little bit better. But it's got kind of the heavy aging done on it. I think it just feels really well worn in.
Yeah, if y'all have checked out these Murphy Lab guitars, they probably do the best replicas of the old Gibsons that there is right now. I think.
Exactly. Yeah, and I don't know who can afford a 59 really. So, obviously they're not cheap by any means. And
no.
I'm extremely lucky to have this one.
Yeah. No, that's a cool. What kind of burst is that called?
It is Golden Poppy, so like more of a honey burst type of thing.
Yeah.
Knocking on the door of the Green Lemon Fade, just with a little bit less green.
Yeah, that's a cool looking guitar. Les Pauls, they're just every band you watch.
Exactly. My guy growing up with Slash.
Yeah.
Fanboyed over Slash so hard, and he always had a Les Paul. Now he's, you're seeing him more with Explorers and stuff like that, but in my heart, it's always a Les Paul. And that was just the guitar for me, tonally, everything, there's not anything else that I wanted.
You've had a few Explorers yourself.
Yeah. I've owned 2 or 3 now. Love them, big, look good on me. I just, like I said, I change gear like I change clothes.
I never change gear. Oh, I already said I did change gear. I probably switch my pedal board out once a week.
Oh, yeah. No, it never ends. And I don't know why. I wish it could. I hate the people that can just buy one thing and be happy.
Be happy, yeah.
Yep.
Or those people that just plug straight in their amp and they're settled. Whatever.
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah. Let's see what this thing sounds like.
Yeah, we get some tones. We'll start cleaning here. Bridge pickup again. You can get your neck pickup. So that sort of thing. Going on into your crunch there, which is what, I prefer to live on. You got... So I kind of like that, if Seth or Anthony's playing something clean, to kind of have this be a little bit more of an edge of breakup. It's past it a little bit when it's all the way up. But in my old age, I found that the volume and tone knobs actually do play a role in the guitar.
Yeah.
I avoided that for years. I fully supported Tom DeLonge's single volume knob. But as I've gotten older, I found that, cleaning it up. Difference.
Yeah.
And then, go ahead.
I like the use of the volume and tone as an extra additive to the pedal. The pedal you're running too, like rolling off a little bit of volume, getting it a little bit cleaner, then rolling it up to more crunch, and then the tones and stuff too. But
yeah, I chase these all shows now. I'm constantly, back and forth between all of it, trying to do that and tap dance here. It's a performance all on its own.
Yeah. No, that thing sounds great.
Yeah, we'll go a little bit heavier there, just. So really good for wide open chords. It just gets chunky.
Yeah. Which one do you find you play most during a show?
So I've gravitated more towards the Trini, just because Anthony's running solid body guitar, humbuckers.
Give a different feel.
So give it a little bit of a different airiness type of thing. Up until I got that, this was the guitar. I didn't put it down. It's still hard for me to put down.
Yeah.
But again, just trying to add a different layer. You make sacrifices. Eventually I'll get one of P90s, and that'll probably be the mainstay, give something a little bit thinner, just to kind of balance it out.
Yeah, I think a guy we talked about earlier, Mr. Chad Martin's got an old Les Paul with P90s in it, doesn't he?
Dude, yeah. That is the dream guitar.
Yeah. So we're going to go to his house and do a rig rundown one day.
I want to be there for that one.
Yeah. And you use this, I guess this is basically the Seth McKay patch.
This is kind of my end-all be-all patch, honestly. I started
you use it in the new band too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Surprisingly, we're kind of a more bro country pop thing, which in modern times is heavy, getting heavier.
Sure.
So there's some tones on here that even I have to push it a little bit further just to get to where he's like, nah, man, it's got to be heavier. It's got to be heavier.
Yeah.
It's like, not Zach Wild.
And you find yourself, how are you tuned right now?
I'm currently tuned. Both of these are tuned to a half step down. Grant's project, we're tuning to standard just because I haven't talked him down into a half step yet. But hopefully that'll happen. Just makes everything easier across the board.
Yeah, for sure. Seth, the Moonshine Rivals, y'all got anything coming up that you might want to mention?
We've got a ton booked. We just finally released all of our, I'm pretty sure we got every marina date that we're playing out on our Facebook page. Head on over there, give us a like, follow, check us out there. We've got February 2nd booked at the Mountain. And then I believe it's February 17th. Is that right, Jason? You're the man. At Capone's. That'll be us and the Ryder Casey band. And we're excited about that. I think that's his first time there. He's a phenomenal musician. Yeah, stoked to be back at Capone's. That's kind of what I've always considered my home base. And, I appreciate Jason behind the camera there, always giving me a place to play.
Oh, it's a good venue. Just go in there and have to deal with Alan. Does Alan watch these things, Vapor, you think?
I don't think so.
I don't think Alan owns a computer.
I wish he would watch these because we talk so much shit about Alan. And it's fun.
Yeah.
I love him.
You can push him right to the edge.
Yeah, you got to love to hate that guy.
Yeah. That's a sound guy thing.
He's a sound guy thing.
Yeah.
But
it's across the board.
Yeah. If y'all ain't checked out Capone's, y'all, check out their schedule. They got some good stuff coming. Bad Flower coming here soon. So that's a big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And man, this thing sounds great. This rig sounds great. And are these the two main guitars you usually take? Or?
Yeah. I've got another Paisley Firebird that I was this close to bringing, but it was like -5 this morning when I was loading up the car, and I really didn't want to make another trip back.
Yeah.
So hopefully, we'll get down here and I'll try to do a full rig rundown of all of the guitars.
Yeah, we'll do that again for sure. And again, y'all go check out Seth McKay, the Moonshine Rivals. Go, like I said, Ben, I've known him for a long time. Back in the what was the other bass player's name? That worked at Capone's. You can cut this out. Oh yeah,
Drew.
Yeah, back with Drew and hanging out the strings and all this stuff, and
driving Mo crazy,
and Ben still comes here all the time. Like I said, we're a big community.
Yep.
Of a family And even though he works at a different store, we just all work together, and I think it
I
works.
might be available, Dave.
Well, you never know. And Campbell's Morale Music, and man, Ben, we appreciate you stopping by and doing this thing.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and y'all go check him out. Follow those guys on Facebook. And
we got Facebook, Instagram, the whole nine. Check us out. Hopefully going to be having some more originals come out soon. We've got one we're planning to hit the studio with soon. I don't really have a timetable on it yet, but shouldn't take too long to get from point A to point B.
Yeah. Man, appreciate you doing this.
Of course. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Well, we good, babe?